Hey, hope you're having a good Tuesday. Thank you for joining me for today's 5 for 5. All this week, we're going to be talking about change and how we can respond. We've even got a challenge for you to consider doing something. We want to encourage you to write down a list of the unchanging qualities of God, the things about God that you've seen in His Word, the things about God that you've experienced, that you know personally, that are never changing and will not change, though you face changes in this life. We face a changing culture, a changing world each and every day. From the fact that you just look at this island we live on and think about what it would have looked like 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. It was a completely different place. I talked to people who used to live here, and back in the day, and it used to be a completely different place. Roads like Penwaller, there used to be dirt roads going all the way to the end, down to Wall Tower, that many years ago and before my time were paved, and neighborhoods were built up and things changed. I've talked to people before who grew up in Wilmington Park and in Old Town, and they remember when Old Town was just a bunch of woods where they would ride their bikes and run through the trails, and things change. Things inevitably change in this life. In this world, things continue to change. Some things for the better and many things for the worse, it seems. So much of our culture is shifting and changing. So much of the things that once were considered wrong or would have never been considered as a lifestyle that people would embrace are now considered normal. And they're becoming part of this world that we live in each and every day. And we're struggling to understand that as individuals, how to talk about that with our kids, how to work with that within our churches, and how to help people to seek Jesus Christ in a changing world. Well, Hebrews 13, verse 8, it gives us a great truth. It says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. I want to encourage you today that when the world around you seems to be changing at such a fast pace, that Jesus Christ stays the same. Though the world may change what they think is right and wrong, though the culture around us may shift and we feel like we have nothing to stand on, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. When we build our lives on Jesus Christ and the truth of His Word, the truth of the things that we've been taught and we've seen lived out by those who follow after Jesus Christ, when we build our lives on His foundation, we become like that wise builder in Matthew chapter 7, who would build his home on the rock. And when the waves of the seas would come and crash on that house, when the storms would blow and rage against that house, it would stand firm. The only way that we can have a firm foundation in a changing world is to build our house on the one who never changes. This week, as we talk about how we look at change, how we respond to change, how even God may be calling us to change, as we talk about all these things, remember that Jesus Christ is the one who never changes and the one on whom we can build our lives. Remember to make that list of those unchanging qualities of God this week and jump into this topic with us as we look more at what it means to respond to change and how we can rely on God no matter what we face. Have a great day.